Hello everyone, welcome to Think Computer YouTube channel. In this video, I will be explaining video editing using OpenShot Video Editor. Mainly we will focus on the transitions, effects and timeline. In my previous video, I have explained the basics of video editing software. Okay, so let's begin. Now before we start discussing about timeline and transitions, the first thing that you have to understand and believe is that video editing is an art. So please use your creativity when editing your video. So first you have to import all the files to your project files. Okay, you can click on this option to import files, or you can go to the file and select the import files options from there. After you have imported all the files, you will be able to see the files here. I have imported 2 audio files and some images and some video files. This is the effects window where you will find the transitions and effects which we will be using in our project. This is the project timeline. The timeline has multiple tracks. Usually we keep the audio file on the top track, and below that we keep the images, and at the bottom we keep the video files, but it varies project to project. Okay, this is the video preview pane. Now as you import any file to your project directory, if you want to preview that file, you can right click on that file and click on the preview option. So this way you can check once what you have imported in the project, if that is the file you require or not. Same with the images also, and same with the video files also you can preview. Even you can split any clip from here, or if you want you can remove it also. So I have an idea. Let's make a project. Maybe the topic can be my journey. Okay, so once you decide what you want to make, then you have to imagine what should be the ordering or the sequence of the elements on the timeline. Suppose I want to have the music in the background, and I want some video clips to be played, and which is related to journey. Okay, and then I want to display some images. Okay, we will also be applying some captions. Okay, so that also I will be explaining in this video. So let us start with the audio file first. So I will be placing the audio file on the top track. Now this audio file is just like the background music for my project, and I have some video files. I will be starting with this clip. So I'll be doing the drag and drop of this file onto the track number 3 maybe. Okay, I have the track 5 empty, so let's use the audio in the track 5 only. We can keep the track 4 for any kind of image files, and track 3 I have kept the video. Now remember, the video files I have recorded using my smartphone, so it has audio. So that audio I do not need in my project. I just need the background music to create a kind of effect. So in that case I can remove the audio. So removing audio from any existing video file is very simple. Just right click on the file and you will get the option of separate audio. Remember to use the first option, that is all channel. So you get an audio file like this. You can right click and remove it. I'll do the same for my other video files also later on. So right now I have placed the video file in my timeline, and I have the music also. Okay, now if I play the timeline from the beginning, by the way this is the timeline marker. Okay, so wherever you want to see at that point what is the video or the audio which will be played, you can use the timeline marker for that. Let me keep it on the front. Okay, and let me play the video and see what is being displayed. Okay, so you can see the audio is playing and the video is there. Okay, I want to keep the video suppose till this much, so I can just right click on that place and I can use the slice option and keep the left side only if I don't want the later part of the clip. So this way you have to split and arrange your video files. Now as I am inserting the video files, I can also apply a kind of effect in between the video files, which I will be showing you. Just before that, let me remove the audio file from these two video files also. So this one I have just now done, and this one also. Okay, so I'll just remove the audio file. If there is any audio file, I just want to remove it. Okay, and after I have removed the audio, so I'll just place this video on top of this video a little bit, so that to give a kind of effect. Okay, if it is not possible, not visible, you can also enlarge the video like this, and you can have that cross effect, okay, between two video files. Now once we have done it, now the next thing is applying captions, because as we are displaying the video, we also want some kind of text to be displayed. So for that we use generally the caption. Okay, so we can use that option here. If we go to the effects, under effects you will get the caption. So I will be placing the caption on top of the video. Remember, do that. On top of the video you have to place the caption, and click on this. The caption window will appear. Here you can type what you want to display. Suppose I want to write my journey. Okay, ... Okay, and this is the timing. It will start displaying this text from 0 second until I want it till the first 5 seconds. So I'll write here 5, and this I will make 0. You have to manually adjust this in this software, OpenShot. And many of the video editing software, it's even more easy to do the editing with captions. Okay, so I have inserted one caption which will be displayed like this. Okay, so it will remain only for 5 seconds because I have set the timing to 5 seconds. You can also use the same kind of caption in other video files also, which is there in the project. Now next thing is, as we are doing the video editing, sometimes you have noticed that there is a bar on top of the video and the bottom of the video that looks nice, a kind of cinematic effect. So that option is there, bars. You can just place that effect on top of your video, and it will apply bar effect on your video. If your video is already in 16:9 effect, then that will not change it much. But as you can see right now in my video, there is the bar on top of the video and at the bottom. So this is for cinematic effect. You can use it in your video file if you want. Okay, so even other effects are also there. Once you have inserted the bar effect, you will see like this. Even now it is better, in fact. Okay, so it will look like a movie. Then another thing is that sometimes when we are playing a video, that time we want a kind of effect where the video pause for 1 second and then it resumes. That is also possible. All these effects are here. So you can right click on the video file and just remember to place the timeline cursor at that exact point where you want that effect. Suppose I want that effect at this point. Okay, so I'll keep the marker there, and I'll right click, and the option which is there, under time you'll get the freeze and zoom option is there. Let's say use the 4 seconds. Now you see what will happen as I play this video. You see the video is freezing. Okay, so that effect you can have in your video. If you want, you can use it. Now you can also adjust the brightness and color in your video. Okay, you can increase the brightness of your video, the color you can adjust. That is possible from here. Even you can convert your video to negative also. Okay, color stabilization and many other options are there. In audio also you have many effects like delay effect, compressor, you have echo effect. Okay, if I apply the echo effect in the audio file, the audio is echoing actually. Okay, if that is suitable for your audio file, you can use it. I am not going to use it because it's not sounding good in my project. Okay, after that, once we have done editing till that, now next thing is that I will be inserting some pictures which I already have. So these are the pictures, and I'll be using that cross effect. I like it very much, the cross effect. Okay, so before that I will be expanding the project timeline. Okay, I'll be just drag and drop, doing the drag and drop here, okay, in all the image files like this. Okay, now when you are inserting the images, remember to insert the images in a proper sequence in which you want to display the images. Okay, so that sequence has to be set by you, the ordering has to be set by you, because you are the producer, you are the editor when you are doing the video editing, so you have to decide. Okay, I have set it in this order. When I play, now let us try some transition effects. In order to apply transition in my video, I'm going to first pick a track. Okay, suppose I want to apply the transition in track 3 and I want to apply the transition in the first clip of my video. So I'll be making some slices of my video first. So I'll just bring my timeline cursor on top of that exact position where I want to slice it, then right click and click on slice all, keep both sides. I'll do the same for maybe one more place in the video. Okay, here now I have 3 parts of my first clip, and in between of that I want the transition. Transition is always to be, inserted in between of 2 clips, in between of 2 elements basically, then only it will look good. So click on the transitions tab over here, and there are plenty of transitions available in the OpenShot video editor. You can use anyone. Let's use the cloud one. Okay, and put it in between of 2 video clips, and just remember to set the duration accordingly, otherwise it will not look good. Let me use one more transition. Maybe I can use this one, luminous frame, and set the timing accordingly for the animation. Okay, I'll set the timing this much only. You can also expand the timeline window by clicking on this bar and dragging it up. Okay, one more thing, once you have done your editing, you should lock your track. Just right click on the track and you will get the option lock track. Once you lock the track, then no changes can be done further in that track, and that is safe way of doing editing, so that by mistake you don't change anything. Now let me show you how the transition will look. I'm going to play the video from this point till the end of this clip. I have inserted transition in 2 places, okay, right here and right here. See the video preview. This is the first transition now coming. That cloud effect was there, and this is the second transition. So this way you can insert transitions in your project. I'm going to remove the transitions for now because it's not looking good in my video clip. So it's not compulsory that all the features which are given in the video editing software that you have to use. For example, if you go to the effects, there are many effects given, audio and video, but all of the effects will not be suitable for your video clip or for your project. So you decide accordingly which effects you want to apply, which is good for your video. Okay, for example, suppose I have a video which is not stabilized, so the video is very shaky. I can use the stabilizer option to stabilize that video in that case. Okay, suppose I have a video in which the brightness and the contrast is not set accordingly. Okay, it's not good. Maybe it has to be more brighter, or the contrast has to be increased. So you can use the brightness and contrast option in order to adjust the brightness and contrast. Similarly, suppose you want to crop your video. Okay, so you can use the crop option. So decide accordingly and explore all the options, then you will learn better. Now once we have done the editing, now let us try to produce the video. So we have to click on this option, which is export video, and we have to save it. Let's save it here only. While saving the video, you can also set the profile for the video, in which format you want. Okay, means in which type of device you are looking to play the video. Let us keep it in all format. And then the video extension which you want, normally we keep it in the MP4 format only. Nowadays we also have this 265 codec which you can use. Let's keep it in 264 only. Then the resolution of the video, let's keep it in full HD. Okay, as we had the project profile in full HD, and the quality you can decide. Okay, let's keep it in high quality only, and click on the export option. Now the video conversion, how much time it will take, that totally depends on your CPU and GPU. For video editing you require a good CPU and a good GPU. So it depends on your system, okay, how capable the hardware of your computer is, that will depend how much time it will take. Okay, normally with an i5 processor and a good graphics card, it should not take much time. Okay, so let us complete this and then I'll show you the video how it is produced. Okay, so we have successfully created the video. Now let us play. You will see the bar on the top and bottom of the video, that is the cinematic effect. Okay, there was the freeze in the frame I did, that effect was there. Now remember, the quality of the output video also depends on the source. If the source video is not clear, if it is hazy, in that case the output video will also be like that. Okay, no matter how much editing you do, your source has to be good. So if your original video, your source video is stabilized one and it's properly recorded, then you have a better output in that case. Okay, so in this video we'll discuss this much only. In my next video of this course, I will be discussing in more details. In fact, I am going to use another video editing software for more advanced video editing. Okay, OpenShot Video Editor is a very good software, but it is for basic video editing only. If you need advanced video editing, then you have to go for a paid software. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Please stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that like button.